In any case, this is going to be a grand show. You are welcome. Thank you very much for choosing us to start your day. We are not going to drop that ball. We're going to make sure that it's an exciting start to a Tuesday for you.
Yes, this is the right place to be. We come with the right vibe to start your day. And the rhyme is not sinking.
Yeah, you lost steam.
But I know someone that is sinking in his good looks this morning. The one and only Michael!
Come of it, shout louder.
You cannot, instead of you to accept praise.
Mary, thank you, I did. It seemed like you cut off a piece of your dress and gave Mazino for a tie or something.
Oh!
But it does look good, by the way, you know.
Nice.
It actually does
That's
look
true.
good.
Yeah,
Hey, good
And
morning.
then we decided to give him the pink one as well.
That's
Okay.
very nice.
There's actually bright colors going on. See what
Very
we say about
colorful show.
painting?
Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you trying to do? You're trying to match up?
I just saw 300 naira in my pocket.
Hey, throw it. Let me add 200 and buy 1 liter.
It's not even up to a liter of fuel. In any case, welcome Lagos, welcome Nigeria, welcome the world. We have an hour and 45 minutes. Endeavor to spend this time with us, please, and we will make it worth your while, we promise. My name, of course, is Mazino Appeal.
And my name is Mary Bashwa Alimi. Watch us on GOTV channel 16 and on UHF band 49, okay?
Yeah.
So,
You can also stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook as well at TVC Connect.
yes, you can literally watch us from anywhere in the world. And that's via the TVC app, which you can download from both the Android and iOS stores.
Yes, indeed. Now, without further ado, let's already let you know what we got coming for you. We are going to kick off with health, and we will be discussing stress management, which is something we absolutely need at this time and age.
yeah.
In a time of uncertainty, with Ash K. Jain, a senior faculty of Arts of Living, who, well, has sought happiness, corporate and youth courses across India, Europe, and Africa.
It will be time for some music, and we have Afro gospel and recording artist Otegbayo Joseph. It will be performing for us this morning. We're actually looking forward to it in a bit. Finally, Oluwasegun Onwuka Favor of Abula.com will be on the couch with us this morning. It'll be letting us in on how they plan, manage, and execute events from start to finish. And my goodness, what's on the screen right now? I'm hungry.
Stop already. Welcome, Tuesday edition, Mr. Mike Mexicano.
Yeah.
Happy New
Come on. Happy New Week. Yeah, happy.
Did you go anywhere yesterday while you spent it at home?
Go here. This morning I just came in, I saw
So you
Mazino's
could
car.
decide to drive your Legacy Benz.
I saw Mazino's car. I know that for Hayon days and all of that, they have a fuel
Very
efficiency.
fuel efficient.
Yeah.
You know, but it's an SUV, so I think I heard someone say she saw a Prado at somewhere like Oworo, shouting Island or something.
What?
Yes, because the guy was going to the island and he didn't want to go alone. Because it seemed like, okay, if I can pick some people, I can get one you know, something
Mike,
in
2K,
there.
It has crossed my mind because I'm looking for measures to try and, you know, help.
And for me, there is no, it's
With-
Are you
carpooling.
sure help? It's
No, let me tell you.
K2.
No, let me tell you something. It's called carpooling. Yankee, they do
Carpooling.
Exactly.
No
yes.
big deal. And what happens is that you not even have some contacts from people who are regular carpoolers.
Yes.
And then you know, okay, today I'm going this way. Who's
Okay,
going?
so I already started.
Yeah.
In a very convenient way.
Yeah.
So what you don't know is that I think Telegram is one of the most underrated apps ever.
Why
Now,
so?
on your Telegram, you can actually make a community of people around your location,
Yeah.
a kilometer around or 2 kilometers or 5 kilometers, and you can tell that, hey, I'm leaving at this time to that time for so and so place. And people who are interested and who are willing to come with you and pay for your journey or your service can come with you. There are security implications.
But then, exactly, that's what I was going to say. There's also the problem of security. You know how you can make all these plans and then you are helping, say, like 10
Yeah, so but-
people, but 2 of them.
You might have
Yeah, but you don't say, yeah, just you
motives.
take note and then you ensure. It's up
You
to
can only
you.
try.
You try your best, but yeah, sometimes your best does solve it. My point is, so most of the time you get to know these people, especially if they're around your area. You get to know them. So
Verify.
it's easier than just picking anybody
On
off
the
the
road.
street.
But then that brings us to the question
no,
of
no.
privacy. Some people, they are not wicked. They are not selfish. They just like that solitude when they're driving to and from
That's
work.
okay.
That's me.
Listening to
That's okay.
music,
That's okay.
you know, meditating.
My time.
That's
That's
when
okay.
they
My
get
time.
to
My
have
time.
their
But now
time.
Fuel is now saying that me to half time.
Hashtag me too.
Me too. So that's what the problem. So your solitude now, you're choosing the. I can do solitude in the bathroom. I can change where I do the solitude.
Tell you what we're gonna do while you're marinating on that and thinking how you can help them this whole situation with the fuel and all.
Good morning. The news on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Messikeno. We kick off with foreign news where Ukrainian Deputy Defense Minister Amala has said forces are shifting the offensive actions in some areas of the country. Ukrainian military sources said a series of small-scale armored offensive operations are underway. They did not say whether this was the start of Ukraine's long-awaited full-scale counter-offensive, but Russia's defense ministry said it thwarted a major Ukrainian attack in Donetsk. Ms. Malia described the eastern city of Bakhmut as the epicenter of hostilities and claimed Russian forces were on the defense as well as the south. The commander of Ukraine's ground forces, General Alexander Syrsky, said troops were moving forward towards Bakhmut and had destroyed a Russian position near the city. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. The show is just getting started.
You're welcome back, and it's time for What's Up and About. Yay!
Yay! We need to be arguing more, sir.
Agree.
Arguing.
We need to argue more, yes.
Argue.
Why?
Yeah, because
Oh yeah, no.
the online.
All right, so we
I
have-
love people love when discussions are heated. I am telling you the fact. When you're cool and you're calm, look at this one, they don't know what to say. But it's like when there's heat. Oh.
Don't tell me that. I know what I'm talking about.
You know who I am?
Do you know who I am? That's the one I used to
You know what
say.
I know?
You know what I know.
There's something I know.
You guys sound like your view. So good.
Mike, you wanted
my
to say
dark
something.
humor.
Please
Say
go
that.
on. No.
Why did you say that? Okay,
All right, in any
but yeah,
case.
so yesterday, I think it was over the weekend, we saw another story of a
Yet
woman,
another
yet
mistress.
another one, who allegedly was chasing the husband, according to what we've heard, to find out where he was going and crashed the car into some. So it was the crashed, the crashee.
The crashing.
Yeah, the person at the house was crashing to said they almost killed me and my security guy. You know, this also calls to mind the story of an influencer who recently we just saw,
Yeah.
who has been making a rounds
Yeah.
about how her alleged her boyfriend, or as it were, who has
Let me help you out here. She
Yeah,
initially
yeah,
came
maybe
out 2
help
weeks
me.
from before to say that she will never fight
exactly.
a man because of fight another woman because of a man.
Because of a man,
But
yeah.
only just over the weekend it was gathered that she was in such an instance where she was, had an
going
altercation
back
with
and
her.
forth, an
Yeah.
altercation. So the point is this: have you ever? Would you think that would there ever be a need for you to ever go for a side piece, not the American side piece, to go for a side piece because of the person spending time with your partner or something? Is it about your partner, or is it about the people who go after your partner, or who your
Who do you
partner
go
is
to?
spending
Who
time
do you go after? Who do you
Who do you go after?
So,
Who do you reprimand?
I know it might sound weird,
But
but when I was younger, because I had watched so many Nollywood movies, I said to myself, and this is actually the honest truth, when my husband is traveling, I'm going to put protection in his traveling bag. Yes. When I was younger, much younger. Now, I got to an age where I said to myself that, yeah, I'd better not try it. But guess what? I'm back at that point where I'm like, if my partner sleeps, I would hate it, but I'll forgive him. It might cause problems, but I'll forgive him. You get to a point in your life, not because you want that person, but because the person means a lot to you. And so you just tell yourself, "Cool, necessary."
Yeah.
And then I tell myself, why do you go after the other person? I do not believe I have to fix myself. You need to fix your mental health that tells you have to go after another woman if you find yourself in that position. But I have no business with anybody else, because if you did not get involved with the person, I wouldn't be in that unfortunate situation. So for me to go after to the
the
point of
person,
risking
yeah.
my own life, may God not let me see it.
Yeah, exactly. I like it.
Ah,
People say
no,
that.
no, I beg.
Some people, I'll tell some people some things that, look, you might not know how you react in a particular situation until you are in that situation.
Yes,
Very true.
that's
And
the truth.
that's one thing. So you don't criticize or don't talk about what you have not really experienced.
Yes, I would not say, it can never be
Until
me.
it, yeah,
I'll say, may God
exactly.
not let it happen.
So if you've been there, I've had this discussion many times with different people. I mean, a lot of fake. We've seen it 1,001 times. People say things, and then when they get into a situation, I don't know.
They do worse, yeah.
You know, but for me, I would want to say that in situations like this, I think you get to an age where once in a while you might have heard something. You would have heard something. And for me, I would never. You know, I would never. Like I said, let me put it as a prayer that I don't, but it doesn't make any sense. I'd have an issue with my own person, with my own partner. I've had issues with my own partner on that. It has happened. But never, even when I saw the person, I just walked past like I don't know you. And I know it's you.
I remember an instance that I heard of two friends, and one got involved with the other person's partner. Now, when he approached, he actually went to his friend. These are guys now. After having a conversation with his partner, like, I don't like what you've done. I'm very disappointed. But he also went to his friend and said, hey, we have to talk. And that guy came all defensive about everything and also apologized. And this was a conversation that was supposed to last like 2 hours, that was supposed to have all the angst and passion and everything. You shouldn't have done that, I hate you, blah, blah, blah. But he simply just listened and he said, okay, stood up and left. Until today, what I heard, no, it's haunted the other guy. It's haunted the culprit up, and it's like, I can't believe that he absolutely had nothing to say. You know,
sometimes the best way is to not even.
I am telling you, because you see, like you said, friend. Friend is a strong word. I tell somebody, I feel or I know that friendship is the most not complicated. I think it's the best, it's the strongest form of relationship humans can aspire to.
Very true.
Exactly.
Because even the holy books.
You don't just call someone your
foundation is based on understanding.
Yeah,
that I know this person.
You know, you hear things about this family member is my friend. So that means that it's even deeper than blood.
Exactly.
Yes.
So friendship is strong. So when you say, my friend...
You can't choose your family member, but
exactly.
you can choose your friend. So if I choose you, then there's something that's binding us together.
Man.
You're my brother, I can't help it.
All these guys have sense, man. Too much sense. But you see, that's the point. That's the point we're trying to make. So if you say somebody's a friend and this thing happened, maybe you really dodged a bullet because that person can kill you.
Very true.
So I'll put it as a question. So, and when you react like that, I mean, what do you want to do? Really?
Exactly. I mean, what can you do? It's already been done.
Exactly.
If your partner should cheat on you, there are other ways you can handle it. Sometimes, I've actually always prescribed this, but people think, again, it's Mary, weird, crazy. But separation goes a long way.
Oh, I believe in separation.
It's either you guys will eventually break up or you will make up.
Separation gives you the time to think through the situation.
Yes, is this
without the influence of the other person at all. Without, you know, seeing this person. Okay, for instance, I think it also helps with forgiveness, whether you forgive or not. If I come in every day and I see this person who's always morose and sad, it might influence me one way or the other, how I move on with the situation. But if I'm isolated from you for time, I have time to think about all the ramifications, everything from before or after, how it's going to affect you individually and how it's going to affect me. So I think that is a better, much more concrete resolution to any matter. Separation there's nothing wrong with separation.
I have a problem with people even looking for whether their spouse is cheating. I don't understand. Cheating is on its own.
You're giving
yourself. You're now saying, cheating, where are you? Cheating. Come. I want to find you. You have time, though. You don't have work. In this petrol first subsidy.
But I will still say, however, with everything that we've said, I do not hold it against anybody who would go after a spouse's
and endanger their life, a side piece.
I won't. Well, see,
because
there are limits. See, okay, so don't do it to the point where you're endangering people's lives or even your life.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, suppose they see this person like, oh, I want to catch you. Let me have something to. Oh,
there's a sense of satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
No, there is. There are people like
obviously, Mazina.
No, I'm not one of them. But there is a sense of satisfaction that goes with that exploration and discovery. That people never actually confess to. But that is also a thing. It's a psychological thing. That's why people are always like searching. I want to see what he's doing. That's that exploration there.
Somebody that said cheating is not natural for men. When he suspected though, his wife of cheating with somebody. First went to beat the woman. They sent you to go and beat the man again. To beat the man. They sent you to beat the man again. Some people cannot take what they give.
On that sense of exploration, haven't you seen people who are like, this relationship is too boring, I can't be in it? It's actually, and I say that's a satisfying thing for some people. They want that drama in a relationship so that the relationship seems like, oh yeah, this is a good relationship.
That's a mental health.
It is.
It's a mental health problem. Yes, you might be in a relationship and you might need something new, but sometimes something new might just be for you to rejig your relationship. Because you might be with a spouse that means a lot to you, but that person's only thing they hate is you cheating, and you ruin a good thing simply because of 5 minutes of pleasure. It's not worth it. To me, it's not.
We're not espousing to you cheating on your partners. However, please do take note. If you've got a family, the best thing to do is keep it so, and talk to your partner. Communication is the best form of, resolution.
Yeah, and if you feel you have to follow the person, hire a private investigator
no.
who is emotionally stable, is not involved.
So if we're married,
don't go and drive
you're not
after
hiring
somebody and go and kill yourself. Oh. Life will go
whose
on.
pocket is the money coming
Life
from?
will go on. Oh. Somebody and his wife had problem last year. He's happily in another relationship now. Don't.
So thank you for keeping with us. Do stay tuned. We've got more coming away on Wake Up Nigeria. You're welcome. It's time for the papers, and of course, I've got it's not a guest, it's actually a host, Mr. Mike Michigan. All right, Mr. Mike, let's look at the dailies this morning. Very interesting headlines across all the national dailies for Tuesday here. Let's start. So we have the Nation newspaper, and first big headline here, Labour suspends strike plan, talks between governments, TUC, NLC on palliatives implementation for June 19. Now, let's talk about this, Mike. Happy to hear that news, first of all.
Very happy.
It's also making rounds that this would not have in any way been to the advantage of the economy.
Definitely.
There's plenty of talks about the fact that if this had happened 10 years ago during the Jonathan regime, we would have settled into things. Everything would have normalized. And there are little aspects or little things that are happening that seem to be alleviating the suffering of people currently. But the planned strike, your view in any case, what did you think about?
Also, yeah, like you mentioned, let me just mention 10 years ago, it was almost like everybody talks about how subsidies like a laceration, like an injury, that we have to patch up or cover up.
Yeah.
The more an injury stays, the worse it gets. So definitely, if it had been done earlier, we would have settled by now. That one is sure. You see, but then this strike would have been, especially when I heard that the distribution companies, that's talking about the electricity distribution companies, were going to be part of this strike.
I mean, how does that help how does that help the situation?
Because I think recently in some parts, electricity has been quite stable. Yesterday,
Better.
I went...
Not stable.
Okay, better. Yes, better. That's the word. Yesterday, I went to buy a fuel at this particular station around me. It was 5:30, and at 5,000 naira, of course, didn't get to 10 liters. And 10 liters at times, if there's no power, it can take me a whole day. And I'm like, okay, so 5,000 a day.
Per day.
Per day.
5,000 per week if
and then
worked a week.
yeah, and then I went back. I didn't use the fuel because power was restored. And then I sat down and I thought about it, like, if these guys, that's talking about the power distribution companies, the discos, because they had said they will join the labor in solidarity for that strike. If these guys had gone, it would have been unbearable.
It's only increasing the suffering of the masses.
And so yesterday night, that meeting and all of that they had, the problem they had earlier was that they said they didn't want to talk to people who didn't have a role in the cabinet. They wanted to talk to people who were representatives of the government. So now we had the chief of staff. You understand? The former deputy speaker of the House of Rep, that's talking about Femi Amala, who was representing government, or who was the head of the crew. And he came together and said, okay, they spoke about it and said, okay, let's suspend this. What they said was that June 19th or so, we'll come back to it, But for now, the president is going to, he said that we'll look at the minimum wage. We'll look at wage, but look, subsidy is not going to.
Okay. You want to take the Daily Trust newspaper? I think you have that there.
Okay, quite a few headlines there. Let's look at the Daily Trust here. The Daily Trust, of course, Labour suspends strike. That's the major one. But then amidst subsidy removal, jet fuel, cooking gas prices crash. I'm still trying to understand exactly how that has happened. But I've not bought cooking gas in maybe the last month. But it's about running up. So I knew that very soon I would get it, So
personal experience, my wife actually made the calls around, ladies, you all have these communication thing. And it actually is true. It's coming down. It hasn't relatively hit 6,500 naira like it was purported, but it seems that it's come down a level. So hopefully, as things goes on, it's going to. But one thing that really interests me in this, the headlines for the Daily Trust, is the fact that Kwara State, by the way, reduces workday to 3 days
work days. Wow,
not a bad measure.
It's not a bad measure, but I hope people don't take undue advantage of this particular gesture from the state government, because we're talking about the civil service here. There have been complaints at different times about how the civil service in some states and even in federal, how they don't work full days, how they just come and just show up, or they don't come at times, sign a register or something, So they're talking about discipline in the civil service and actually working. But we are saying that, look, to cut down cost of transportation, cost of movement and all of that, if it means that if you're going to spend 3 days, you work well. If the other things, if you're going to do it off, virtually and all of that, you do it. But it's a good one. It's a good one. So
it's a paradigm shift for our culture. If private organizations can also emulate the same thing, perhaps maybe everybody would.
They have to, because even, think about
run away from it now.
There's an issue of saying that even, I think it was a church service, said, church service will be, the pastor said, my message will be short and straight to the point.
Exactly.
He said, Baba, it's 4 you're trying to conserve.
Everybody take leave. Everybody take leave.
To conserve.
All right, so let's move on now to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. NLC TUC suspends strike as a tentative deal reached with FG to meet June 19 to agree on implementation framework. Alleged 190 million naira fraud, court discharges, acquits ex-HOS Oransaye. And there's also subsidy removal. Kwara government reduces workdays like we've just discussed, only just from before. Bandits kill 2 farmers, abduct 30 others in Kaduna. We were talking with Mr. Adibita Ayo yesterday regarding the what the current dispensation would have for security.
For security.
Ongoing. We haven't heard much recently.
So we saw the president, I think it was yesterday, meeting with a Joint Security Council. I don't know the exact name and all of that, but he went to the center, yes, the coordinating center for that one. And, the president was there. And he understands how important, taking the case of security is. But one thing you have to understand is that, look, as much as federal government is doing their own, a lot of responsibility also is on the state governments. Because, we have 3 tiers of government, you understand. For security to be optimal, you need to have information pass across. Just even in local governments, the villages, some of them know these people doing these things.
Yeah.
Are you reporting? Is it because the person, you know the person? Are you passing it across to the required quarters? You understand? Something happens in a village, what is the local government? And then what is the state government that's at that point doing? I know people have agitated for state policing.
Good, exactly.
I know. And yes, I feel like it would really do help.
Any concerns? Do you think any concerns regarding the situation right now, increasing crime?
Is that an increase per se?
What kind of crime exactly?
Exactly.
Because now things are changing. It might not be monetary crimes, but the kind of crime that we might have might be very different. Who need food? I might not be
exactly. So it might be a case of
I'm stealing a tuber of yam.
And there's one particular headline there that spoke about demolition in Kano, and also there's a demolition in Abuja. I think it was
that's ongoing.
UTC and all of that. And I know 1 or 2 people who have issues like their stuffs were in there, their machine, and even jobs of people, and the place they came to demolish them. I don't know if that's the best.
Tell you what
thing
we're going
at
to do
this
on
point.
that one. Exactly. We'll bring more information on that because I think it's something that's currently ongoing and it's hot on the lips of people, especially in Abuja, as their assets are being destroyed in these measures. But thank you very much for sticking with us. There are more headlines that we couldn't touch on. We only have such a short time. But if you find any that you'd like to talk about, please do use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Would love to hear from you. There's some activity inside the kitchen. I think I see Chef Shibioti more in there. She's always very, very active. How's it going, Mary?
It's breakfast dance time.
Trust us now.
Hey.
As usual.
Welcome to the kitchen. You used to be Mazino's classmate, have you?
Yes, no.
Same.
Yeah.
So, you guys did not know.
Don't
She used
try
to be Mazino's classmate. But don't mind Mazino trying to act like.
We were in school together. I was a senior. This is all the small.
Okay now.
Uncle Mazino, sir.
Good
It's
morning,
time for us
sir.
to make breakfast. First time grammar school. Yeah. Sit there.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome to the kitchen this beautiful Tuesday morning.
Yeah,
it's time for us to prepare breakfast for you. And of course, doing justice to that this morning is the one and only, the superlative, the ever dancing and jolly Chef Timotimo. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic. So what are we having for breakfast?
Seafood okra. Ilala sepo.
Pro Max.
Yeah.
This one is extra. This
Extra.
lady is a content creator on that one. Have you checked out her page? Super Talk Concepts. You haven't?
Please do.
You can spend the entire day on that page. Okay, let's
Thank
talk
you.
about the ingredients.
We have our stock meat already.
Okay.
Our stock already.
Okay.
So this is our
What stock is that? Is it chicken, beef? Because I know people use different
combination of
all the
meat,
seafood. Okay.
the crab,
Okay.
the pomo, and the fish.
Aha! Wow. So this one is super stock.
So,
like super ton. You get it? If you don't get it,
Forget about it.
okay. So we have,
So we have our-
what's inside here?
This is
Crabs.
crabs,
Okay.
akon,
Akon.
pomo.
Okay.
We have fish,
Fish.
particularly
That looks like
Titus.
Titus.
Yes.
Aha.
We have our locust beans,
Aha.
onions,
Okay.
crayfish,
Okay. The dried
the
one.
dried crayfish, and this
Okay.
is the blended crayfish.
Okay.
This is our okra, the main gaga.
This is the king of the meal.
And this is
today.
our spice pepper,
Oh.
minced pepper. Sorry, minced.
So what's in it?
I have just tatache and
Rodo. There's no tomato in it.
no tomatoes in it.
Hey.
And this is my red oil. The AC makes it to.
Okay,
Get
to
frozen,
congeal.
yes.
What's in here?
That's our salt to taste.
Okay, all right. So let's get started. Run me through the process. When the stock is ready,
This is the stock. So what I'm
Yes.
going to put now is the onions.
the onions, okay.
You can't go wrong with your onions. Put as many onions as possible.
Aha.
You know, I have a QC here that will testify it. Don't try it. Oh.
Okay. Hey, extra.
I won't tell you who the QC is.
Who
You want
is
to
it?
know?
Yes, who is it? Ah,
He's
so
my
Mike is your
QC.
QC, quality control officer.
Oh my God.
No wonder Mike has been eyeing this place since. When
Don't
you were
worry
talking to
now,
Mazino, he
don't-
was like, don't talk to Mazino too much. This is my
Don't
department.
get jealous. He's always been doing that very
Oh,
well.
boy.
And this is my pepper. There's onions there too, but you know,
Okay.
It's
But there's no
blended.
frying involved in this dish, have you?
there's no frying.
Okay.
No frying whatsoever.
So the
So our
pepper-
pepper is going in. So I would like to cook for about
long?
maybe like 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Are you going to season it?
I'm going to.
Okay, so you season it
I'm
and
seasoning
then
it.
let it simmer for 10 minutes. Now,
Yes.
when it has cooked for that 10 minutes, what is going to happen?
Then I'm putting all other of this.
Okay, so you're going to put everything.
Now I'm
else, the
putting
locust
this now. I'm
beans,
putting the locust beans now. Let it get mixed to it.
Okay.
So the whole of this place will get.
the aroma.
The
Hi.
aroma will start
Hey.
calling people, calling
Hey.
attention. You know, I like attention.
We know you. Attention, 1. Chef Shebo Timor 2. The
Yes,
super
sir.
talk concept is not
No,
in the middle like
that,
this.
in fact. So I'm going to close it now
Okay.
for it to get mixed together.
So this, the Iru, that's the locust beans, has replaced the need for seasoning cubes.
Yes.
So this is actually going to be a healthy dish.
it is. It is.
Yeah,
you
if
know,
you're looking for,
but you know, we are sugar-coated suit. We are so used to.
sweet tooth,
So
yeah, we like
You
sweet
can do
things a
that.
lot.
You can do that. You know, we
Okay.
have some people that
They can't taste anything without seasoning cubes.
You can do that.
So yes, the option
But
is
you can also
available
do
for you.
this too. You know, olden days, ogiri has always been the
Main thing.
main thing for
Yes,
cooking. But you know
yes.
now, God should help us.
It is well, oh.
It is really well.
Okay, so,
So,
don't worry.
my
If you
oil is
stick
coming
around, you're going to see the cooking process, okay? Hopefully by the time you get back to us, we'll have our pepper ready for every other thing so we can finish the cooking in your presence. But even at that, we'll just tell you what we're going to do. I can still massage my belly this morning with Chef Shebi Otimo's
Yes.
Ila Alasepo, aka Seafood Okra Pro Max.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so far so good. Tell us what we've done.
Our stock, then the pepper, onions, then locust beans.
Look,
Boil.
allowed it to simmer for about 10 minutes.
Yes.
Now
So,
we're putting in
our
all the protein.
orishirishi.
Orishi. Hey. Orishirishi. If you don't understand it, let me try and break it down to you. It means mixture of different things. In this case, protein. See how the thing is just making sound as it's going into the pot. So I noticed you didn't add water.
Yes, I did add water now
Until you.
So I don't want it to be too watery.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I didn't put the fish now because I'm still going to stir it, so it's going to come later.
So,
it will-
if you put in the fish, it's going to
to scatter.
scatter.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm putting this for it to get soft.
Okay.
You can also do the fresh one. Since
So
I
it
could- I
depends
could
on
not-
what you want.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is going now.
Okay.
I'm going to
So all of these have been cooked. I don't understand. Quality
trust-
control has arrived.
trust trust my people now.
When did you join quality control?
They just employed.
I
They heard there were crabs.
see them.
Like,
Because
like waka.
Look at it now. Look at it now. It's calling names.
You should problem with this thing. It's just this small distance.
Do you not
and the
read
problem
this
to No, I don't.
He doesn't.
The problem is this kind of just the small thing inside that you'll be hustling all the.
No.
You eat the whole thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
No,
good.
you
It's
know it's
calcium.
the
You
shell
can
now.
eat the whole
Calm
thing if you
Not
can.
the shell.
The shell.
You can eat it if you can.
Take it easy
Ah,
now.
No,
Why?
no,
It's
fast
calcium now. It's good for your teeth and your bone.
Was this crab pregnant?
Yeah, no, those are eggs.
Those are eggs now. It's inside the crab. That's the
the taste.
beauty of the crab. The eggs. Like if your
I
crab
know
does
my
not have
producer
egg, they've
likes it.
removed
Don't
it.
let
That's
me
why it's
I
not.
think you're going to eat.
Likes crabs.
Olamide likes crabs. No, he doesn't like. I know he doesn't take seafood.
Mike, if you're going to eat.
Don't worry.
crab,
There's something for Mike. I know it's because of Mike he added pomo.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
pomo will not
And
pass it
fish.
by.
No, for the part that they put crab inside. Me and crab. And
You
for-
anything
my zodiac
seafood.
sign is supposed to be.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Really?
That's
So
true.
I don't
That's
talk-
why he doesn't eat
I don't talk
crab.
about
Because he's
zodiac
afraid he will be eating himself.
Because if I was a Leo, I'd have been thinking about it every time.
Look at you.
Why are you thinking like
But because of I was born in June, so yeah, that's the but seafood, crab, yeah.
But that's true. Mike's birthday is coming up, June
How are we
29.
going to do?
No crab day.
Calm down, calm down. What
And
are
I'll
we?
don't come and spoil you.
What are we having this week? Is it fufu or what? We're having it on
Rice flour.
Rice flour.
rice flour.
Yes.
How are we gonna make that?
Like swallow
So
now.
you can rice flour swallow.
Yes.
I've never had that before.
Today is
It's
your
not
day
too.
now. It's not too.
I actually thought it was two until she told me it's not two.
It's not too.
That's
Rice
rice flour.
Rice with
Yeah.
cassava.
I'm gonna watch how you make that.
One crab like this is how much?
One. You want to order?
If you want to buy, I'm just asking.
Depends
Not me, I'm
now.
not going to order crab.
If I want to order this thing you are making with the ila, the fish, everything, how much?
With your 10,000 naira, you're good.
For all of this, the way it is. Sheshebo, Timo,
What to put you?
are you going to the market? Because I'm really wondering, do you have a garden in your backyard?
Is it too small? Okay, sorry. The price, let me increase it. Like 20,000 naira.
Chef Sheway,
I'm the one that made that increase in
So
price.
we went to school together. This story is from secondary school. So when you're coming out of first grammar school, passing last bus stop, trying to get to 23, there's this lady who used to sit down every evening, every afternoon. She used to fry crabs.
Yes.
So you remember,
yeah,
yeah?
she said yes.
So coming back from
That's
school,
where they used to spend their money.
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
coming back from school, yeah, we didn't spend our money on lunch. We wait because it was
Go and
the-
kill
it
there.
was the
Start eating it on the road like,
Exactly.
oh my God.
very tiny little crabs.
Oh, so that's why they eat that. That was why they, calcium was
You eat
built.
we used to eat the shells with it, and it was
Because all those tiny ones, so you
was
can.
delicious. It was nice.
They usually sell it with there's something we call yo-yo.
Yes,
Small
now.
fish.
Yes.
And then
yes, true.
yes,
She used
yes,
to- she used to
small,
sell
very
that.
tiny fish.
That one
In,
with Gary. Oh my God.
That you're talking to a Niger Delta guy, so edible is also in the
Oh yes, indeed.
edible is a
And
major
then
part of
fried
it.
shrimps. They still sell it on Lagos Island
Oh
till now.
God, Mary, you are
You
bringing
don't,
me
and they'll
back.
put it
You are bringing me back.
inside,
Oh my
you know those things that they used to
God.
sell pepper before we started using plastic to sell pepper. The way they will put milk tins, open them up like this, like a cake tin.
Yeah.
They'll now put
It's called lamb baby.
lamb baby. They'll put
cultural
yo-yo.
expedition we're
They'll put fried crab. In fact, some people even sell it with fried yam.
This elastic is good with cold eba.
Cold.
As the cold eba, the eba of maybe you prepared it today and you're eating it tomorrow. Eba tutu.
I've not heard this one before.
If we are
And you
just
can put yours in the fridge.
you
so
are
you can
doing
achieve the
posh,
same
posh,
effect.
posh, posh,
She said you are posh. You that used to eat fried crab. You say,
Can you eat edible? You're calling him posh.
No, but okay.
Can you eat
So,
edible? You know what's edible?
what's edible?
one crore,
You don't know.
What's one crore?
Those caterpillar. They used to
me, I cannot eat that one.
Yeah, you're calling
No,
me
no,
a
no.
tush.
So,
Now this thing,
so on my Instagram page, you'll actually find me purchasing this. This was 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago in Sapele.
Why
I
you
rode
rode
all
your
the way to Sapele just because of that. I wanted to bring it home so my daughter could have it.
One crore.
Yes, it's called edible.
You remember he told us what his daughter said about it?
Bielsa suya. It's
Yeah.
different
Which
things.
one is Bielsa? That's what they call it.
That's what they call it.
But it's actually the caterpillar
Stage
stage
of-
of a rhinoceros beetle, which you can find in palm.
in
trunks.
trees and all of that.
Delicious,
In-
and you can make it into a soup.
So,
So if you're wondering why Mazino and Mike are so intelligent, that's why. So you might want to
I
subscribe.
no, I didn't say I did. I tried it once and I could not. So what happens is that they sell it with snail.
Okay.
So on the road, so there was a time when I used to travel that road a lot. So I tried it once, twice, but I would rather go for the snail because I love how they put in the sticks and all that. So snail was it was always two. So there's edible in one hand, there's snail in the other hand.
And talking about snail, you know those small snails that you just fry and put in your ilala seco? God. I have eaten in this life.
Oh my God.
We can't wait to see this.
We need to take a break because we've reached the top of the hour. If we continue talking about food, we'll probably take you away with us. So stay with us on the other side of the hour, 45 minutes to go. This is Wake Up Nigeria. With the opera in the studio just 1 second ago, it's time to go slow. Calm down, everybody.
We're talking about food.
Yeah, different types of food, really interesting. Slowly and gently, though. The day is progressing, and we are in the second hour of Wake Up Nigeria this morning.
Yes, it's very interesting how it felt like we blinked and then boom, we're here.
Exactly.
1 hour is gone. But hey, not to worry, we still have about an hour left on the show, so we're bringing you some fresh goodness coming your way.
Yes, we care about you, and of course, we care about what you think of the show. So we'd like to know your favorite segment so we can give it more attention, okay? So go on Facebook right now, go on Twitter, go on Instagram. The post about Wake Up Nigeria today, tell us what segment of the show you enjoy at TVC Connect, okay?
Ever tried oysters?
Oysters. Oysters.
It sounds very
Anything
exotic.
raw, I don't like. Oysters, sushi. I know there are people who like them, but
Sushi
the moment...
is not bad.
Yeah, but I've been so scared of eating something that is raw.
It's fresh. It's
So I've
good.
been to sushi restaurants where I had to order something completely different. I just had to sit there or just eat the rice, the white rice.
You want the one that is cooked.
But if it's not cooked, I don't know, the Nigerian in me just refuses. I watched them eat it. Someone actually had me, take oyster. But the moment I just put it to my mouth, it tasted like salty.
Very
I just dropped
salty.
it. I was like, I can't do this. I
Very
don't have the heart.
smelly. That's all I'm going to say. So even if we talk about it so exotically, it's
Says Mazi.
In any case, in a minute, we'll be telling you what we have for this hour, so that's coming up. But first, let's remind you that you can see us on Channel 16 on GOTV and Channel 45, or rather 49, on UHF. It's that easy. And follow us across all social media platforms. We are at TVC Connect. It's that easy. Carry us with you. Download the app. Make sure you have it on your Android or iOS. It's for free.
He's a rapper now, but let me let you know that you can also watch past editions of the show, okay? But besides watching past editions of the show, you can stream the show live as well on YouTube at tvcentertainment.tv and of course on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Now, shortly, we'll have Afro gospel and recording artist Otegbayo Joseph. Now, he's known with his stage name Timmy Phoenix. He's going to be joining us for a musical performance. You guys are going to love this. We will be having Oluwasegun Onuka Favor of Abula.com join us on the couch, and he will be letting us in on how they plan, manage, and execute events from start to finish. And if we're talking about events, we're looking at so much food here, man. Wow, we only just got talking about food.
All that
So I'm not adventurous when it comes to food. And I was talking to Mazino and like seafood and all of that, and then we mentioned oyster. So you were about to tell me the experience of taking oysters.
My very first experience eating an oyster or eating oysters, one oyster, never again, was in Morocco. It was a very flamboyant, exotic buffet, wine and everything. You must have it with wine, they say. And like, try it at least.
I see them. Yeah, they
I'll
have it
try
with wine.
one thing once, anything once. And you have to slurp it. It's in the shell. And now, the taste didn't leave me for the next 3 days. The smell lingered in my mind. I don't know whether it was real, but the smell is so fishy. It's present. Now, I don't know how I managed to get it all the way down. I think with a couple of glasses of wine. But yeah, I don't see what's in it. I don't see why people like it.
So I'm very...
It's raw, right? They don't do anything
raw.
to it.
Yes, it's raw. I'm actually very adventurous with food. I like to try new things, especially when it comes to food. I'm always interested in knowing what that food is about. I have my limits. There are certain things I would not try.
Clams are not bad. Clams
are not bad, yes. But there are certain things I cannot try. But I'm sorry, every time I look at an oyster, I do not... I'm thinking I might buy some oysters one day and cook them and see whether they are going to disappear.
There is that option. You can actually cook them. That's fine.
I think I should request
the
that.
tradition is that the fresher, and this is a Japanese tradition, the fresher they are, the more advantageous they are to you.
Yeah.
It had to
you'd
be
And they're great
patient.
aphrodisiacs as well.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You'd actually find in these traditions where they have people who this is the fish, will kill it. No, they don't kill it. You actually eat it while it's alive. It's barbaric.
There are
It's
Asians
barbaric.
now. Have you not seen those channels? There are many
Yeah.
of them.
They're still
take
flipping your
octopuses. They take stuff that you don't even know. Like if you see this lobster was maybe
Octopus
still
isn't
alive.
bad.
Maybe they had put it
Yeah, I
in
saw that
something.
one.
This lobster was probably still alive. And you need to see the relish with which they put it into their mouth. And it had to
They
be
believe
Asians.
you're eating the life
Asians are the
force.
most
It's
adventurous with
Life
food.
force,
Yeah.
that's what they use. That's what they
Exactly,
call
and
it.
so with live food, and that's why people were talking about how COVID came up from their markets and how those guys can eat almost anything.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give it up to them, man. Those guys can eat almost anything.
They are not Mike Mexicano.
Mike Mexicano, the news. Now, Chief of Staff to former President Muhammad Buhari, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, has handed over to his successor, Femi Gbajabiamila. The handover ceremony, which took place at the Presidential Villa Abuja, followed the announcement of Mr. Gbajabiamila as Chief of Staff to President Bola Tinubu last Friday. The brief event also featured President Tinubu coming in after the handing over to pose for a photo session with the duo. And then on to foreign news, where Ukrainian Deputy Defense Minister Amala has said forces are shifting to offensive actions in some areas of the country. Ukrainian military sources said a series of small-scale armored offensive operations are underway. They did not say whether this was the start of Ukraine's long-awaited full-scale counteroffensive. Earlier, Russia's defense ministry said it thwarted a major Ukrainian attack in Donetsk. Ms. Malia described the eastern city of Bakhmut as the epicenter of hostilities and claimed Russian forces were on the defense there as well as in the south. The commander of Ukraine's ground forces, General Alexander, said troops were moving forward towards Bakhmut and had destroyed a Russian position near the city. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. There's still quite more to come.
Right, we're ready.
We've been having some conversations. Yeah, don't feel left out. We are bringing you into it right now because we've been joined by Oluwasegun Okafavor of Abula.com. He will be letting us in on how they plan, manage, and execute events from start to finish.
Mr. Shaggy, you're welcome. We're just talking to you, and you were telling us the fact that you're not just an event planner. You're a one-stop shop for everything events.
That's Abula.com for you.
Abula.com.
But it's a great pleasure to be here.
You're welcome.
TVS is a great brand, and Abula.com is also a great brand too. So great brands need to match together and move forward. Well, I think I just give a brief history how we came into it. I have a background in journalism and marketing.
Nice.
I was in journalism for 17 years. And one day, that was in 2013. I was actually in this office. I was working here.
Oh, that's good.
And my pastor came to our house just to say hello. And as he was stepping out of the door, he said, God said, go into catering. And I did not even listen to him because I looked at my wife and was definitely, it's definitely for a lady, And we actually didn't do anything about it. We did not do anything for a whole year, and there was so much struggle financially. I was actually fed up of what I was doing, and so to cut a long story short, we started in 2014. I went online to get pictures, so we actually started with only Amala, and the name came about. I met Amala.com at an event. Very pretty lady, and I was just looking, can this lady be making Amala? So when we wanted to start out, I told my wife, we'll do Amala alone. That picture, this beautiful woman, So what other name is Amala? Abula means mixture of soup and Amala.
Your wife knows about this beautiful lady.
Oh, I told her. My wife is more beautiful.
Put him in trouble now. Go ahead.
I'm the Abula king. She's the Abula queen.
Oshe, come back.
There's this Oriki I tell her, I call her when I want to get things done. That I will tell you when we're about to finish. So I pasted those things open the Facebook page, put pictures of things I believed we could do, but we have not done. Put it on, open the Facebook page, but nobody called us. for over 6 months, you know.
Wow.
And we had a breakthrough one day, and somebody gave us just 20 plates of Amala to do, you know.
20 plates of Amala.
Just 20. It was a breakthrough for us.
20 is a lot.
It's a lot,
for a first
20.
timer,
You
yeah.
know. And then we went for the event. I had not made up my mind
Well
to be part of the event as at then. You know, we went for the event, and I was like, this thing, it should be for women. Then about a year after, to our greatest surprise, somebody gave us a job that was bigger than us, you know. Elder Oiwiri, the former chairman of MBL, you know, his birthday. You can imagine the caliber of people that were there. We went there, the waiters were not enough. The place were not enough. Everyone, you know, we got there late, you know.
Yeah.
So after that event, I was like, I think I need to join this team, you know. And from there, it has been one level of glory to the other, you know. And we have grown from that Abula.com doing Amala to doing everything and registering 2-3 other companies.
That's very
We have Abula.com Oceans. We have CES, which is Solo Event Security. We deal with event security. We do bodyguard services. And it's just been a story of that. And it's not as if that we're trained caterers, but I did something that was very strange, you know. For close to 4 years, I sat down with the cooks to learn from them. And there are things I learned from them that Harvard wouldn't have taught me. You know, when you see caterers cooking, there are these big burners, you know. There are some, if they don't feel weight, if there's no big pot on it, no matter how you light it, you never light.
Wow.
I learned that from them, you know, and things like that. And it's been a great, you know, that prophecy, we turned it to our passion. And that's why we are called the prophetic caterers.
The
That's very
prophetic
interesting.
caterers. I actually like that term.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact. Now, Abula.com, when someone says it, the first thing they think of
Let me
is
go and look for it here.
Ewedu and Gbegiri.
Definitely.
And so, of course, you automatically think of Amala.
Yes.
Now, you've evolved.
Yeah.
In the process of evolution, you've experienced a lot of things.
A lot of things.
Which particular events, which particular incident will forever stay in your memory regarding your
Okay, I will give you 3.
We don't have time for 3.
Okay, I will
very
give you
good
one.
Yes.
This is more of spiritual, you know, because the spiritual controls the physical. And as a prophetic caterer, we left the home, we went for an event, and we got there, all the soup was salty. You know, and everything was salty. And we were running up and down, but to my surprise, these are high caliber, they were eating the food and they said something. This thing is salty, but you can see we finished everything, you know. And why we made up our mind to evolve initially was the Amala was not coming regularly. You know, I had this belief that once we do Amala, the whole of Nigeria will be calling us for Amala, you know. But we've evolved and we take care of everything. The ones we don't do directly, we do vendor sourcing.
Okay.
And we're a brand that is all over the world. I have clients in countries, we have clients in countries that I've never been to before. And they don't do anything in Nigeria unless we give them, you know. And from us begging people, I remember my last salary I collected in TVC, you know. We actually used that money to pay the people that worked for us because we collected the job very cheap so that we just get something to do, you know. It was a salary to pay now, but now people book us at times 6 months. They pay to pick up, not even to pick up, just to pick up the date.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Abula.com, are you guys on the internet? Because when you say Abula.com, I'm thinking...
That's the name we got, right? But we're on every social media handle.
Okay.
Yeah, we're working on our website. We're on Instagram. We are everywhere. Our handle on Instagram is Abula1. Yeah. For the event security, we have CES_secure. And it's awesome.
You've mentioned event security, you've mentioned ushering, you've mentioned so many aspects of your
events,
business.
yeah.
And so I wonder, one of the biggest challenges is manpower when you have a business. Getting the right people, letting them stay, taking good care of them, still managing them. Because everyone, no matter how good they are,
they will leave one day.
Issues, and then of course you might eventually lose them despite all the training they receive from you.
Yeah.
How have you been able to deal with that?
Very well. Because we are not slave drivers. If you start working with us, even as a waiter, we give you 2 years. In 2 years, if you don't bring a business, then you are not serious. You are contented with the peanuts you have been paid. And when you bring a business to us, our brand takes care of it. And we share the profit 50-50.
Nice.
Even if
That's
it's
encouraging.
£1 million, 500.
That's very
And for the cooks,
For your staff?
For my staff, yeah.
Wow.
Standard. We take care, despite that they are being paid wages, you know, because it's pay as you go.
Yeah.
But when they are ill, we take care of them, everything. That doesn't matter. That doesn't mean they will not mess up.
Yeah.
You know, a lot have messed up and have gone, but they keep coming back. You know, when we go to events, they find out that there are things we do that nobody does.
Yeah.
At times, we pay 5 days before an event.
Wow.
Pay them their money, so there's no issues. We go to events, they see how other people are treated. You know, we take care of everything. We provide transportation for them. We go extra mile. What we just do, my wife will tell me that what will happen is our profit will be less. But let's take care of these people. But human beings are human beings. They will still mess up.
Wow, wow. So I'm actually very curious about something.
Yeah.
You quit your job in 2015 or 2014, right?
2015 March.
2015 March.
Yeah.
Now, 5 years later, COVID happened.
Yeah.
We know quite well that many businesses were more or less sit at home. How were you able to handle that period?
Remember I said we are the prophetic caterers. You see, God will not send you to do something and not back you up. During the COVID, we were making money and we're not leaving the house. And during the COVID, we registered a company that was called Abula Groceries.
Nice.
So we go to
Markets and
markets. Akpobon to be precise. We get stuffs and we sell to people on the island. You know, the people on the island, we sell to people on the island and we made good money. Throughout the COVID, that's what we're doing. Then we do delivery soups.
Wow.
Everything, because they don't want to come out.
Yeah.
At times we go to the houses, they will even tell you, just put everything in front.
Yeah.
So when you tell me put everything in front, I say, oh, I know you are scared. So when I come here, I increase what I'm collecting for you, and they will pay. You know.
Your business has evolved this way and that way with everything that. So now we're faced as a people, as Nigeria, with another one. With the fuel increase and all, prices might go up. People are reluctant to move here to there because, I mean, I don't
More
have...
people are working from home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How are you going to evolve now?
Now, anything that is good is expensive. When people ask us, are we expensive? I think we're expensive. Because what you get anywhere. If you give me a job now, I'm not, even if the president calls me the same day, once I've collected money from you, I will not be there. I will send people if it's okay.
Okay.
But we add so much value to it. You see, either you see me or you see my babe, that's the Abula Queen, or you see both of us.
He warned you that he's going to tell you.
Yeah, no, I'll still tell you that she's a babe, even after 23 years of marriage.
You have to do the Oriki.
I will do the Oriki for you.
Yeah, let's have the Oriki now.
The Oriki, when I was I say Olushola mi.
Hey.
Olushola. Ọmọ tí ó ṣìléwọ́, ọmọ tí ó ṣọkọfẹ́.
Yeah.
Ọmọ tó ju ti taste lójú tantalizer lọ.
Oshé.
So what else do I want? Let me just stop there.
Listen,
Sweet pass.
She sweet past everything. That babe, oh.
tell you what, yeah, I'm very worried. I'm not happy that you are here because we have a very interesting meal prepared. This crab is doing like this inside the pot. If Abula Master is here now, he's going to finish our crab. I'm not happy because I was hoping
Okay,
that
you want me to taste it?
Yes, please come over.
Don't mind Mazino. Welcome to the kitchen. More like welcome back to the kitchen because Chef Shebil Timor has finished preparing breakfast. We have rice flour. Yes, rice flour swallow and ilala sipo. Okay,
Makes
so
a lot of sense.
so
you want to keep the
ogabula.com. Dig in.
Yes.
Let's have your feedback.
I'm just going to give it a taste, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because I want the rest.
No, I will take the rest too.
She didn't use seasoning cube.
Okay.
She made it the traditional way.
No, voila.
Salt and iru.
My babe does that.
This is our babe. We'll never hear the end of it though.
The way
I like the way you don't waste time.
like,
You know the best way to do it.
He's a pro.
Follow the swallow with the protein.
No, for
I'm
real.
telling you, that's beautiful.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Nicely made, yeah.
Thank you.
I think I will
Fantastic.
get that contact. We can make
We
it.
can see a vendor.
Yes, bro.
But you pack this for me, I'm taking it home.
No problem.
No, let me
Oga, we had an arrangement.
Don't mind Mazino. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you watching Wake Up Nigeria this morning. And we're pretty sure you join us again tomorrow, bright and early, 7 a.m. Until then.
Bye.